I am so far from being a prostitute and so far from being even an escort. I am a sex artist, and I did not pick that job. The job picked me.
All right, Francesca.
Oui.
Frenchie or Francesca?
Both.
Both. And you grew up where?
France.
Paris?
Paris. Outside. Little town. But Parisian because it's cool, but really suburban. Yeah, to be honest.
And tell me about your childhood. You had both mom and dad?
Ooh, childhood. Damn. Short version or long version? So, short version. So, try to resume. I was born in America. My dad was a super cool musician, compositor, making quite amazing soundtracks. And he's kind of the one that had the master idea of making us as my twin and I, born in America. So when my mom got pregnant, he woke her up in the middle of the night and told my mom, we're gonna make the kids in California so they can be American, so they can sponsor us when they're 18. So from the start, my dad used the kids as, the key to America. He was obsessed with America back in the 80s, where it was actually easy to come and immigrate. So my mom arrived, I think she was 2 or 3 months pregnant. Yeah, and then my dad did his music, and we were born with my twin.
And how would you describe your childhood?
So, very good with my mom, okay? My mom is an amazing woman, complete unicorn. 100% Hungarian, first generation of Hungarian in France. So she is this woman with drive and ambition, and she's like the role model. So my mom made sure that our childhood was gonna be stable. My dad, however, every chance he got, he was destroying all my mom's work with little things that he would do. He was very much of a marginal. He did not put a lot of rules, he bought us, scooters very early and let us go with my twin until really late at night, where we could really get in a lot of trouble. Lots of problems could have happened. And my dad was very oblivious about danger. My mom was super careful with us, almost not letting us breathe, and letting us grow up. And when we would go to my dad, it was the complete opposite, So it was those two extremes. They fought a lot, absolutely. My dad was in and out of my life. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. I called him the clock, because it was this weird tick-tock, back and forth and back and forth. And I think he did somewhat created some type of daddy issues, especially it was daddy issues, having a dad not only in and out of your life, very loose when it comes to education and reinforcement, and also always asking me why I'm not like my twin. Why aren't you like her? Why aren't you like her? And the problem with being a twin is when you are a single child, you are taken as is. But when you have a twin, suddenly you are always compared. And my point of comparison was this very mellow twin, very, very mellow. And I wasn't. I was this super hyper child, and my parents thought something was wrong with me. Nothing was wrong with me. It's only wrong if you compare me to a very mellow child, then something is wrong with me because I am not a mellow child. So it was actually difficult to be in her shadow all the time. And I knew my twin, like myself. She was half of me. And I was always wondering why the fuck they wanted me to always be like her when she was nothing very interesting, to be honest with you. She had no talent. She was not creative. I don't know, at 6, 7 years old, I was starting writing poetry and my IQ was actually, superior. So it was very strange to be compared to somebody so mellow and so almost insignificant.
Were you a bad girl?
I was not a bad girl, I was hyper. So
But like in high school, were you getting in trouble?
no, not particularly. No. I was just I had a lot of energy. So my mom decided to put me in gymnastics, and all that energy, I became a champion. So 13, 14, I was doing nationals. I was on my way to the Olympics until I fractured my ankle. But I pretty much transformed my energy into something that was going to be talent, you know? And so this is what I did with my life. My whole childhood was to be a gymnast. So no boys, no flirting. My twin sister has 5 inches on me, 12 centimeters, a whole little head on top of me. So she was the model, and she was, the beautiful twin. And I was the talented gymnast, and I kept my spot like that. And I was happy. I was happy to be the gymnast and to be, the entertaining kid in high school. So was my childhood chaotic? My parents' relationship was. The way I grew up, my mom made sure that it was stable. My dad destroyed a lot of that. But overall, quite normal. Yeah, quite normal compared to most kids.
And after you got out of school, you had jobs? Or no?
Oh la la. No. Because in France, it's completely different than in America. So. Oh, it's a whole story. At 16, 17, my mom is a teacher, and she's very scholar. My twin sister was the super child in school. She was very scholar. I wasn't. I was good half and half. If I was interested, super great. If I was not interested, super bad. I mean, mathematics and x, y, 2 equals 0, question mark, parentheses. You lose me there, but you give me language and history, and I was good at that. So, I mean, no, I didn't have a job. Definitely not. But what I started doing at 17, I'm just trying to piece it. So my job pretty much at 16, 17 in the private school, because my mom wanted me to be scholar and wanted me to graduate. Instead to do that, I was surrounded by rich kids, and I put real quickly A and B together. The supply and the demand. And the demand was they want the weed, but the supply was 0. So I decided to go to Amsterdam with my boyfriend at the time. And it was this bus called Odyssea. And it was a package, bus, breakfast, Paris, Amsterdam. So I had the idea, let's go to Amsterdam, pick up some weed, and then we're going to sell it to the private school, to the rich kids. So I started doing that, and I started my business was the only one I had the monopoly, the absolute monopoly on at least 60 miles around. So people would literally travel to buy my weed. And I had 5 different types of weed. I would go to coffee shop in Amsterdam. I would take a bus, and I would make sure the bus would cross the border of Netherlands, Belgium, France at night. So the chance of having the custom stopping the bus was pretty much 0. It never happened. And it just became it, I went 32 times between the time I was 17 to the time I was 19. My mom found a couple kilos of weed, because it was only weed. I never fucked with anything else but marijuana, just because I guess I believe in it. It's just this amazing thing that makes you feel good. And I just got caught by my mom, and she sent me to America. This is how I was sent to Santa Cruz, where I was born. And very bad idea, because, sorry?
At what age?
19. 2002. Yes. So I was sent to Santa Cruz, where I was born. And Santa Cruz, I don't know if you know, but everybody grows in Santa Cruz. So I believe he was literally the first guy, Kevin, that I met at the smoke shop to buy rolling peppers, to roll joints. And I met him, and he started asking me questions, where you from and everything, la, la, la. Do you want to manicure the weed, clip the weed for me? Sure. And so this was my actual first job in America. It was to clip weed. So my mom is trying to save me from weed, and she's sending me to the weed town. Yeah, recipe for disaster. Yeah. So I cheated on him, on my ex-husband, with him, the day before my wedding. I did. He slapped me. But I needed to know and put something aside. I didn't have, the Bachelorette, like all the girls, before I got married at 19. And I was like, that's it, just one for life, And so, and I had such a big crush on this gorgeous guy that gave me my first job. So yeah, I cheated on my ex-husband, soon to be husband, the night before my wedding.
Wow.
Judge me, motherfuckers. It's all right. I did it. I was young, I was 19. I didn't know better. And I'm glad I did. Now that I know what I know.
And so you got married. Mm-hmm. You have children?
Oh, no.
No kids?
No. Thanks God. No kids. No. But at one point of my life, yes. I had some abortion with the same guy, with him, over the 9 years. And I think it was 17 the first time, 17. I was more ready at 17 than I was at 24, the last time I got pregnant from him. Yeah. It was bad. So super toxic with him. Oh, yeah. But I think at one point I would say because of him, today is thanks to him. I don't know what I want in life, but I know what I don't want. And anything close to what I had with him, I don't want. No. So I'm a late bloomer. I started my life as me, without him, or for him, or around him, or being his thing at 26. So my life started at 26 years old. I'm pretty much 12 years old when it comes to experiences and ascension, I was in a plateau, big plateau for 9 years, so yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, one extreme to the other, 100%. I was a little housewife and I was good at it, yeah. And it's MySpace, actually thanks to MySpace, that it shattered everything. I'm one of the first social media victims. He left the page open and he was talking to it's another story. He was talking to a gang girl from the Norteños, okay? And I was so confused. Here is my best fucking friend that I know for 9 years, Bonnie and Clyde. My everything.
This is
my husband.
Your husband.
And I remember when I realized he was cheating on me using MySpace and cheating on me with a bad, not good-looking Mexican girl in a gang. I was thinking, this is how the fuck you're going to live the American dream with me? This is a fucking nightmare. It became a nightmare. Trust me, he regrets that choice for sure. This girl must have made his life hell. He had a kid with her and the gang after him, and it was the family, and he must have sucked. But karma is a bitch, Karma's a bitch. For sure. So that's my story, how I divorced. MySpace made us divorce, and yeah, the social media, they will wreck your marriage if it's not strong. So I guess he wasn't strong. He wasn't. If something as weak as MySpace broke us, yeah, it wasn't strong, obviously. It was just an illusion.
And you had other jobs after that?
Yeah. That was my ascension in the corporate world. So the Wharf, the surf shop. So then it was outdoor world. They fired me when I was on my knee, folding the jeans and putting it on the shelf like a good girl that I was. And they called me over the microphone. And then I went to the office, and then you're like 20 years old and you don't know why you're getting called, and maybe it's for a good thing, It's not for a good thing, no, they're just firing you like this, you're awesome, but you need to go. Not really any explanation. I guess it was before the 3 months. And then, they don't want to pay the benefits. And I quickly understood the corporate world, little tricky thingy. Oh, quickly, So you cope because you don't have nothing else. The corporate world is really all that you know and all that you are introduced to. So after that, I worked at the cosmetics. Yeah, I was selling the makeup, and it's a crazy story too. I was so envious when I would go to Neiman Marcus and Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom, and I would see all the girls like absolutely so cute at all the counters, all dolled up. And I saw a job offer for Chanel. So, hello, I'm French. I went to the interview, and it's one of those group interviews. Like, those group interviews is enough to give you a heart attack, I swear, because it's like all those girls, the managers, everything. And if you don't have confidence, you're going to fail. But I like groups, and I don't know, like, let's show off, why not? I'm French, it's Chanel, let's do it. So I remember it was like this whole table, and they ask you the question, your name and all that shit, and everybody's kissing ass. But they ask the question, why do you want to work in makeup? So I must have been like the 4th or 5th one. So my head is going, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? So my turn. And I say, I met this woman in Los Angeles, and she told me that a woman's best friend was diamond. And I told her, the woman's best friend is makeup, because without makeup, you don't get the diamond. And this is how I got the job at Chanel, not knowing fucking shit. So they give me, the secondary interview. So now I'm like clearly alone with like all the manager from Neiman Marcus. And I made up this biggest story ever that I was on the Champs-Élysées, and working for Chanel. And I know they're never going to actually call them and make sure that I work for the Champs-Élysées on literally like the biggest store on the most famous street in Paris. I don't even know how the fuck I got away with it, but I got away with it, yeah. And next thing you know, boom, I'm becoming the best seller of the counter. I'm like the top seller there. I was doing really, really good until it was like this weird recession, right? 2008 or something. And then like this little dude, those stupid morning meeting where they like brainwash the fuck out of you. And I remember that morning meeting at 8 a.m. You don't want to wake up, but you have to wake up for that damn morning meeting where they want to push the super amazing Neiman Marcus credit card, And I had such a hard time hustling those poor clients. Well, rich clients. Even the rich people, I have a hard time fucking hustling. I'm not a hustler. But I had a hard time pushing that credit card shit. I'm French, okay? We live with what we have, no credit card. And we don't try to make people sign for stuff they don't need, So it was complicated for me. So that morning meeting, this guy, the regional manager, somebody higher up, somebody that you kiss, his ass and stuff. And he's telling us that we have to actually cut our commission by 30% and give pretty much 30% back to Neiman Marcus. Yeah. So I went in the middle. I'm like, well, yeah, but why not? But why not? What is next? And everybody, and I see everybody literally the faces okay with it. No, it's not okay. You are literally making us wake up in the morning when I wanted to fucking sleep because my fucking shift was 1 p.m. But when it's your shift at 1 p.m., no, you have to still wake up at 8 a.m. and hear this bullshit from this little dude that you don't even fucking know and tells you that, from now on, you're going to give back your commission to Neiman Marcus. No, bro. So I walked out. Then I worked at a bank. I'm not going to, let's not just say the name, but it was cool. I loved it, actually. It was not as much money, but it was something about that bank. I don't know. It was my little bank. I would call everybody by their name. I just liked the dynamic. It was an easy dynamic. I was a little teller with my little badge, and I would take care of the vault and the ATM, and they would give me more responsibility, and I guess in a way it was comfortable. We got robbed and stuff. Yes. Oh, that's another story. But it was not me getting robbed. I was in the vault. Yes, I had to buy some money from the vault to put it back in my drawer. And while I'm doing this, we are getting robbed. In and out. The guy is like giving a note. I have a gun. Give me the money. And the girl had to do it. Her name was Heather. Heather, you literally handle it like a champion. So the news interviewed her and everything. It was something else. Yes. So we got robbed. That bank. It was awesome. Honestly.
So the bank.
Yes, the bank. The bank changed my life. It's so funny because the 6 degrees of separation. I would have not worked at that bank. I would have not been talking to you right now. So it's funny. As I progressed in the bank, I started training the people that were new on the computer, F1, F2, do that. It was so easy. I had that girl. And she did change the whole course of my existence, 100%. So I was in a very small town where everybody knows each other. It was such a good town. And she would tell me, after work, we would go smoke joints together. And I had the hash, like good hash, that my boyfriend would send me from France. And she had the good weed, so we would like trade and stuff. It was cool. I liked her. But I was going through my separation. I was going through my divorce with this motherfucker. And here this girl, I had one love. I had like a few guys in my life. Few. Four. And here's this girl. She's telling me on Monday she fucks him, and on Tuesday she fucks him. And this Russian guy, and this guy, and in 1 week, she fucks like literally like more than what I fucked in my entire existence. So I never judged her. I was fascinated by like how easy it was for her not to even only talk about it, but live it completely fully. She was like a happy slut, a fulfilled slut that worked at a bank, and then every once in a while, she was fucking Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C, Mr. Z. I mean, it was like whole months like that. And I could not relate because you can only relate with what you know, and you know what you know. So I didn't know that. And one day, she would tell me, Frenchie, you have a broom in your ass. You're so stuck up. And you have so much potential, but you just don't know where to start. And she told me, I'm going to bring you to a party. And it was in San Francisco. It was called the Pleasure Zone party. And those parties definitely changed the whole course of my life again. So she brought me there. And she told me it was going to be a sexy party where you wear lingerie. Yeah, the thing is, my ex-husband was not the type of guy that even lets you wear lingerie for him. Like, he was, no. It was like out of question to even wear lingerie in public. But she talked me into it. She was pretty good at it. So we went, and I was in Lycra. It was no lace, no garter, no big hair. It was like as basic as you can make someone. I had those stripper shoes that she gave me that were way too big for me. I had a Lycra thong and a Lycra bra. And I walked like this. I don't even know how the fuck she did it, but she did it. And I remember when I walked in that club, that party, that sexy party, I knew instantly something was just not normal. I just knew something was not something I ever seen before. First of all, I was terrified of the girls being catty, because girls are always catty. But no, this party is not catty at all. All the girls, they literally froze on you, come, bite your butt, take selfies, come to my table, and all the dudes, they are in the background. They are the most behaved men that you ever seen. Nobody is hitting on you but the woman. So I'm thinking in my little head, is this like a lesbian raging party or something? Like a bunch of lesbian with guys in the background just watching the show? And come meet my husband. Oh, hi, you can come meet my husband. So I'm telling the girl that I'm with, like, I need to smoke a cigarette. I am outside and I'm thinking, what the fuck I'm doing here? What is going on? So I'm smoking my cigarette like this, and I'm like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck with her. She brought me to this party. It's her car. I am stuck for the rest of the night. What is going on? So I am not comfortable. Everybody is biting my ass. Everybody wants to take selfie. Everybody wants to introduce me to their husband, my boyfriend, my husband. I don't have a boyfriend or a husband. I come with my girlfriend. Okay? So we are being looked at like I don't even know, like meat, like a pepperoni pizza or something ready to be eaten, and I don't like it. So now I'm outside, and woman number 2 changed the whole course of my life. She is the one that really opened the door to every window right there. Fucking A. This bombshell come towards me, and she was so pretty much my age now, back then. So she was 12 years older than me. She was 38 years old, pushing fucking 40, unbelievably hot. Her little ponytail, her little dimple, like her big lips. I remember she just was it. And she came to me, and her energy, something about her vibe was just, I don't know how to explain. Like, I want to be you. Like, tell me how to be you. It was just like mesmerizing. And she's asking me a cigarette. So sometimes, smoking can definitely join people. That cigarette changed the whole thing. I'm thinking if I would have not be there at this very moment, I would not be there right now. It would be completely different. Maybe I would still be at the bank or the corporate world. I'd be like broke or I don't know. But she asked me a cigarette. And then she asking me who I am with. Are you with a boyfriend, a husband? I'm like, again? I'm like, no, I came with my girlfriend. And she's like, oh, are you one of those unicorns? So I guess. I did not know that the unicorns back in the day, what they call the unicorns, is kind of like those girls that come to the swinger parties as single women and fuck couples. So what I answered to, I guess, I had no fucking idea how crazy the night was gonna get just because of that. So she's like, come meet my husband. But this time, let's go meet your husband. I'm sure your husband is hot. There is no way your husband suck, okay? Like she was a doll, absolutely. Whoa. And so we go to the table, and yes, the husband is next level. And they're telling me they have kids, they know each other for 14 years, and I'm going through separation. And it's almost like this perfect couple, the power couple. You look at them, they want to make you throw up because they are so fucking cute. Those couples, like you just envy them. That. So of course I paid attention to them. I was completely charmed, and I was charmed that they were charmed by me. Of course, I'm like, are you kidding me? You have all those beautiful women, you want me at your table? So I went with it. And tequila makes you do bad things to good people, or good things to bad people. I mean, don't even know if tequila is a poison. But next thing you know, this party is pretty much a meet and greet. You are not doing nothing too crazy on that party. It's pretty much to mingle. So at 2 a.m., it's over. And I cannot reach the girl, my right, the girl that I'm training at the bank that brought me there. Yeah, she's gone, okay? I have no idea where the fuck she is. She's not answering, straight to voicemail. I'm stuck. So I'm stuck with Barbie and Ken. So cool. And they're telling me, do you want to come with us? And they lived over the bridge in Sausalito, which I never been to. And usually, your mom, she tells you stranger danger. Just tequila. There is no more danger with the strangers. With tequila, you just follow literally anyone that looks cool. So yeah, I went. It was cool. I lost my soul, for sure, that night. I was with Barbie and Ken. Gorgeousness. And I don't know, just something about those two. I don't know why those two, or I don't know, sent from heaven or something, but I did stuff that night with them that I cannot really describe or pronounce at that time. I don't even know how to pronounce what I'm doing with them, but it's fucking cool because I'm having 3 orgasms, And, oh man, it lasted all night. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Oh man, we did a lot of things, definitely. And they are ready to call me a taxi. back because finally long story short, I'm finally connecting with my girlfriend that left me like a piece of shit behind to go fuck this couple, which ended up being great. Don't get me wrong, because that changed my life for sure. But now I'm meeting with her. But before the taxi arrived, they give me an envelope, okay? And the thing is, obviously, because you're not waiting for an envelope, you're not sure what this envelope is about. So I thought they were cool enough to print the picture. Remember, we had like, back in the day, it was 12 years ago, imagine, we had the little cards to put in the computer and to print the pictures. And I'm thinking we had picture at the table, kissing my booty, kissing her kiss, kissing just periods. And I just thought they were cool enough to actually print those pictures. So I didn't open the envelope, I put it in my purse. Okay. I'm exhausted from the night we just had. So I did not realize it was a lot of money in that envelope, obviously, until I woke up. Okay, so when I woke up, I wanted to see the pictures. And it's no pictures. It's a lot of money. And I'm a banker, so I'm going like 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. And I'm like looking at the bills and I'm confused. I'm super confused. Mega confused. Mortified. What the fuck, you know? So I called them and I asked, what the fuck? And also we got pretty intoxicated with, alcohol. So I just wanted to make sure he did not give me money instead of the pictures. Dumbass. And I'm kind of honest, actually. I should have just taken it as is. But no, I want to make sure that he did not get confused. So I asked him, what the fuck is this money about? The pictures. And he's confused with the pictures, and I'm confused with the money. And then, Frenchie, why aren't you working? I'm like, bro, no. I'm a banker. What makes you think I was working? It's like, but you were the only single girl at a swinger club. So we thought you were working. It was impossible. I'm like, no, not even close. What is a swinger club? What is a swinger club? This is my question to them. I did not even fucking know what was a swinger club, okay? That's how naive I was about everything. Absolutely naive. More than naive. When I look back, I'm laughing at myself. Are you kidding me? What a fucking dumbass. So obviously, I hang up the phone and I ask myself, shit, can you do that again? I mean, we're talking about 3 orgasms, good orgasms. I mean, good shit that we did that night. Yeah, like almost like opening the Pandora box.
And getting paid for it.
Big time. Like, I remember when I was counting the money, I was so in disbelief. Like, I'm going to cry because it was so absurd that in one night I made enough to like go back to the surface of my debt because my ex-husband put me in deep financial shit. He took everything I had. So I had to go back to the surface and boom, like from heaven. I told you earlier how the universe manifests in very mysterious ways. And I have goosebumps because the chance of this happening to me was zero. No chance. I am educated by a philosopher mom. She is so articulate, so smart, so like delicate with things that it was impossible for even her to even, as a mom, think one day I could take this road. And so it was difficult for her, but she understood. Today, my mom is absolutely proud of me. 100%, she understood everything. She understood everything. She even knows that I am Tinkerbell. I come to your life to sprinkle absolute magic. If I need to be a bitch, I will be a bitch though. I will readjust you and put you back in your place faster than my own shadow. That is my goal as well. I will never make a man, make him believe that he's a good man when he's a piece of shit. That is not helping that person and is not even helping the world. But I am Tinkerbell, 100%. I'm a bitch when I need to and I sprinkle fucking magic. And not only my mom was smart enough to recognize it, she embraces it, 100%, I am so far from being a prostitute and so far from being even an escort. I am a sex artist, and I did not pick that job. The job picked me. It was sent from this crazy angel, like either he fucking smoked cracked or he's like so clever. It was just the perfect scenario for me. Blindly and effortlessly. Once I had a pinky toe in that little Pandora box, I was instantly good at it. Not only that, go back to the story when I hang up the phone and I asked myself, can you do this again? 100%. But I only decided to do every last Saturday of each month. I don't know, maybe because I needed some normal and some squareness and some maybe structure into the deviancy. You said deviancy?
Mm-hmm.
Or being deviant, or I need to have some type of structure because I don't like when it's chaotic. So every last Saturday of each month, I became Frenchie. They give me the name, not me. Frenchie, everybody. It was those amazing parties. They don't have them anymore, but the Pleasure Zone parties, they were amazing. Everybody that is going to look at this right now and they went there, oh yeah, those parties were the shit, 100%. And they knew me, yeah, very quickly. So for 8 months, every last Saturday of each month, I became Frenchie. And I kept working at the bank. And it's not even me who made the choice. So you have life and options. And you have option A. You work at the bank and you make, like 160 hours and you make $3,000, 32, 35 on a good month with commission. And then you make that per night. And when you reach $10,000 per month with couples calling you more than every last Saturday of each month, at this point it was from left to right. I was getting hit up from left to right because referral, call her. I did not advertise. It was natural, organic. It was from my way. So, it's almost like life throws lemon at you, and then either it's like a dodgeball, or you make a lemon drop with sugar rim, and yeah. So I took the opportunity, yeah. So it was obvious that when you make $3,000 right here, but 10 right here, you're not going to keep going there and exhaust yourself. I was exhausted. I hated the of the alarm clock. It would make me cringe in my spine. I remember after 7 years of this screaming alarm clock, wake up for this motherfucker, wake up for this fucking, be a slave. No fucking way no more. It was so refreshing suddenly to snooze it, and you had the not only the right to, but you just could. That's it. So I told my branch manager, she was the shit, by the way. She was the shit, this woman. I have to say, she was a hustler in her own little way. She was a branch manager. She knew how to go on golf course. She would give me advice, golf courses. You have the rich, smart man business card. She became a branch manager just because not only she was hot, but she just knew how to hustle in the right field. And she would give me those little advice. She was cool. And so I told her I needed to talk with her. And we went to the conference room and I told her everything. And she had such an actress profile, this blonde, gorgeous 50-year-old woman. Honestly, she had a lot going on. And little Mercedes, she had a love track for sure. And I remember her face, her eyes when I would tell her what I was doing. And she's like, Frenchie, good for you. If I would be your age, I would do it all over again. She told me that, yeah. So I went full time. And then oh my God, that's another story. I was starting writing a book because I love writing. So it was called The Extraordinary Stories of an Ordinary Girl. And how suddenly my ascension into this not only housewife, but corporate prisoner, one single night few hours, not even a lot, like a few hours was enough to change the whole course of the fucking direction, you know? So I was starting writing about that. And I had little chapters, you know, with titles. And then, you know, with couples, it's cool, it's awesome, but it can get somewhat repetitive. And I'm like, I need more. I need more, I need more. Like, I need more for the book. And so, sent from heaven again, the universe manifested again without really trying. I was flipping through channels on demand, and I see Cat House. I click. And it's the Bunny Ranch. It's like the HBO show about the Bunny Ranch. And I am so fascinated. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I remember, I'm like, you fucking kidding me? I've been in America for all those years, and there is a place in the middle of nowhere, mind you, where you can make 5 to 10 grand per hour. I'm going. So, oh my God, I emailed Madame Suzette. And I told her that, oh my God, that I was just, you know, kind of a couple sugar baby, a unicorn. I didn't even know how to call myself back then. And maybe I was going to be a good addition to the team. So she goes back at me, I need 3 pictures. I send the picture. 5 fucking minutes later, my phone rings. She's telling me like, we want you, can you be here on Wednesday? We got your plane ticket on the house, la la la. I'm like, yeah, perfect. I'm going to have more to write in the book, you know? And holy shit, man, I don't even know what I was signing up for. But yeah, I did it. What the fuck? Yeah, when I look back, I was bold. I had more balls back then than now. Are you kidding me? So I went. And I will always remember when I arrived at the airport, because she asked me, what's your name? What's your stage name? I'm like, I don't know. Well, you know a stage name. Everybody has a stage name. Oh, Frenchie? She's like, Frenchie what? Frenchie Rose. Frenchie Rose. So I was Frenchie Rose. What a dumb name, though. But it worked. I was Frenchie Rose, and when I arrived at the airport, he had the sign. Miss Frenchie Rose. Pretty much like you are at the Reno airport, and everybody knows that there is a guy with a nice suit that wants Miss Frenchie Rose, which is definitely a weird fucking name. And so I'm approaching this big old guy with suit, with my suitcase, and he takes my suitcase and he brings me to a limo, extended limo, with like Bunny Ranch on the little plate, American style, of course. And I opened the door, we opened the door really, and then there is 6 girls, like beautiful fucking girls in the limo, like, oh my God, you know, welcoming me like properly, girl style, like screaming, cool. And shit, man, I was the last one they were gonna pick up at the airport. I guess they kind of consolidate whoever arrived at the airport and put it in the limo. So we're about 7 girls. Oh man, from Reno to the Bunny Ranch, I had a briefing of 5 minutes of like, you charge this for this. And like this guy, if he does that, we do this, this room is this much. And I remember when one told me that you can ask up to 10 grand at the VIP room. I remember I could not wrap myself around the idea. Wait, what? You know, like, wait, 10 grand, 1 hour in this room. Oh yeah, every time, oh my God, like, yeah, you're gonna have like a lot of money, you see, you're from Paris. I'm like, my head is spinning. 5 minutes from 6 girls telling you like, that's how it's a dream. And I'm waiting for the catch, because in France, if it's too good to be true, that means it is. But no. I have to say the Bunny Ranch was next level. Definitely. Fuck, where to even start? The limo arrives. We are parking, and I remember the arrow clinging, clink, click, click, girls, and the arrow, pretty much girls here, American style, you know, I'm from fucking Paris, and I see these girls. And then I remember, like, it looked cheap. I don't know how to explain. Like, shit, it's not glamorous. It's not like sophisticated. It's not like girls here and this arrow clinging American style. Like, fuck. And I don't know, like that feeling, like, what are you doing here? And I arrived and they were holding my suitcase. And I arrived and it's weird because from the outside it kind of looks like strange. It looks like a trailer almost, you know, like.
In the middle of nowhere.
Inside,
In the middle of nowhere.
pretty much, it's quite isolated, yeah, and it's by law. You know, they have to be away from agglomeration.
Yeah, it has. I photographed there before. It has to be outside of the county that Reno is in,
100%.
and it's way out in the middle of the desert.
The amount of people, so you have a certain amount of people, it has to be away from those type of
Right.
city,
Yeah,
pretty much.
it's just a trailer
This
in
is-
the middle of nowhere.
That's why it's trailer, so they used to move it, but I think, so let's go back to Dennis Hof, because I do want to talk about Dennis Hof. But it did change a lot of things.
He ran the bunny ranch.
He ran Carson City, 100%. He was the king. He was that's it, the the daddy D, you know? So I arrived at the bunny ranch and I remember always, it was glamorous inside, like velvet and the little fireplace and the parlor is really well done, the bar. And it was this group of girls and the energy of those girls, almost like borderline like ghetto, you know? Like it came at me as like I couldn't even understand the slang because I'm French, you know? I cannot understand everything. And I remember just like the words and I couldn't understand what they were saying. And at the bar, it was this little girl, Melody, you know, and posh, you know, like, I don't know, green eyes and like super like, and alone. And so I kind of gravitated towards her. And I'm Frenchie and I'm Melody. And so she like, do you want a tour? Yeah. And so she showed me everything and I kind of like lean on her a little bit because I couldn't relate with the other ones in a way, like, but without like being close-minded or anything, but I go with energies and it just didn't feel like I fit in that group of girls. Like I felt like if I would even approach her, that was like hyenas. They were ready to like jump, you know, like I could feel in the energy and I'm sensitive to things and I could feel like aggressivity, like the look, the dirty looks, the body language, like what the fuck is she? And so long story short though, like they do test you. 100% those bitches will test you to the max and shit. And then there is stories that circulates. They would put bleach in your shampoo and they would sabotage. Big time. The girls would sabotage kind of the like top dogs, top cat, 100%. And what was funny with those bitches was if you were successful, you were the dirty hustler. And I didn't even know what it meant. So imagine being called a dirty hustler when you don't even know what the fuck it means. What a dirty hustler really means at the bunny ranch, it means you make more money than me and you are dirty hustling. No, you just cuter and you just have more game and the guy wants you versus her, but you're a dirty hustler and you had to actually deal with that. You had to deal with the girl throwing at you names, like you're the dirty hustler of the week. It was intense, like, oh my God. But yeah, those girls, as soon as you arrived, you the new one, you fresh meat, and they would put you to the test. Imagine me not knowing much of the codes, of the lingo, of even like hearing the first time like a trick. Why you call them trick? Like, what is a trick? You know, because they're tricky. What that mean? Like, even if you go into depth, like I could not understand why you use all those names, the lingo, all that shit. Like it was so French there, you know, super fucking French. And those girls were like, one in particular came to me and she said, "You are not gonna last a week here." And in my head, I'm like, wanna bet. Don't underestimate little Frenchie. I have way more street smart than you think I have. In life is balance. Street smart, book smart. And you balance between the two. Too much street smart, you're a gangster. Too much book smart, you're a nerd. Be a gangster nerd. I'm a gangster nerd, a motherfucker. And I showed those bitches respect 100%. It was not easy. It wasn't easy. It took me a good month. It took me a month. I cried and stuff in my room. It was so bad. But let's go back to the first day though. The first day, so you have to pass the STD test. You have to pass also the background, like you have to be super good girl. No any type of arrest, no any type of felonies, nothing. You have to be a super good girl and completely clean from STDs. So once you pass that, which is like pretty much the day after, you have that little message like, Frenchie, get ready for the floor. So reality hits you like a bomb. Jesus fucking Christ, like get ready. But get ready for what? Like, so I put my little cute stuff. And mind you, 12 years ago, I was quite fresh. Like, it was kind of effortless for me to like put something cute, and I was like, I was so self-conscious that I didn't even believe in me. So every single lineup, the first day, every single lineup, yeah, I was transparent. I couldn't like I see this like cowboy, this old dirty dude, like I'm like no. So the first day though, 15 minutes before my shift. 15 minutes before my shift. Ding, 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 ding. There is the bell. So the bell means that you have to line up. So you run, and you always have your shoes close to the parlor, so you can jump in your shoes and like be like the first one, and kind of like if the guy is here and you are from here to here, is good. If you are over there, it's not good. He's not gonna pick you. He's shit scared, this motherfucker, okay? He has 23 bitches looking at him. Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. And this guy suddenly feels that small, 100%. But I managed that time to be in that right place, right time. And he locks eyes with me. He's cute. 15 minutes before my shift. Mind you, I had no work that day. Nothing. I'm even asking myself, can you even do this? What are you doing here? But him, he's adorable. I don't know. Just something about him, his energy. And we lock eyes. I already knew. Pick me. And he does. He did. He picked me. And fuck, I remember I shaked. What next? Okay, what are you supposed to do? So you go on the tour, and at the bunny ranch, you're supposed to like show this room and this room is damaged, this room is damaged. Oh, look, we have a medical room where we get our vagina checked by doctor on a weekly basis. So we clean, so we have to do all this like, almost like Neiman Marcus, same, but different, you know? Like a brainwash of like, sell your shit, you know? And so, with him, since I didn't know how to really sell my shit, I just kind of went with whatever came out of me. And he totally led it. Like he led the way. We went to the VIP room. So the VIP room at the Bunny Ranch, it's awesome. So he has this big bed, beautiful, awesome, jacuzzi, like a swing, like a sex swing, Kama Sutra, massage. Like, I mean, you can hop into all those fun toys, the Sybian, like, and it's so easy to sell. Honestly, they make it easy for you. You have mirrors and everything, and it's like not even negotiating with me. He's putting $3,000 on the bed, not saying anything. Pause. At the Bunny Ranch, you get monitored. Okay, your negotiation back and forth with the client is listened to by the madam or whoever is on shift that night. So I don't know that. I have no idea about that. I'm losing my shoe, like Cinderella. Find me. So the madam is listening to the whole negotiation. And here I am with this guy who's not saying nothing, putting $3,000. So like a dumbass, because like I was very well trained that day, you don't fucking fuck up the house because the house will fuck you up better. Oh, 3,000, okay. So I'm in my head, 1,500 is nice because you pay half to the house. 1,500 for you, 1,500 to the house. And I remember he rolled his eyes like, is she dumb or what? Yes, I was indeed dumb. He helped me make more money. He put $3,000 on the bed, trying to help me put 1,000 in my pocket and only declare 2,000 to the house. Yes, but you don't understand, my love. You're my first client and I don't understand the game and I'm too honest and I believe in karma type of girl. So I returned the 3,000 to the books and I made $1,500. And I remember always my first client. So you go to the window. It's like a bank. You have your little account and you have to put a little initials. Yeah, that's 3,000. You're making 1,500, 1 hour, blah, 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 blah. And they give you these amazing towels with little cloths and the condoms and the loop on top. Shit, I remember it was so cheap. I don't know how to explain you, like that moment of like stacking the cover, the sheets, like the towels, the cloths, the condoms and the lube, like a little pyramid. And then here, take for you in that VIP room, super glamorous VIP room with free champagne on the house. Champagne or sparkling wine. Be careful, it's not the same, but who cares? So here I am. And I was on my way with this dumb pyramid of cheapness. I remember from the window to the VIP room, you have a little corner like that. And I had that in my hands and I started shaking. And I looked at him and I went against the wall like this and like, I don't know, like panicking. And he's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. I'm like, you're my first client ever. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Like, I never had a single man like that. Like, you are my first one here. I just arrived. He's like, oh my God. He's like, so he's hugging me. Like, you can see he's really reassuring me. He's like, oh, like, score. Like, fuck yeah. And he's like, I'll be the best client you ever had. Cool. So, I don't know. His energy is cool. I told you at the parlor, I already knew with his little dimples and he's like, just like his little body language and the way he locked eyes with me. It was just almost like already flirting, you know? So when we arrived at the VIP room, he has a jacuzzi that you need to fill up because you cannot have sex in the jacuzzi without changing the water. So it's cool the way they do it because it's a jacuzzi that you can fill up and then just sanitize afterwards. And I am starting the jacuzzi and he says the ultimate sentence, do you smoke weed? And I remember like almost like, you know, like the little cloud in the sky, like, ha, like that. And that alone made me feel so good. Like, yeah. He's like, what I want you to do is to smoke this pipe of weed while I lick your pussy in this jacuzzi. So the jacuzzi is filling up. So now we're like ready to go. And he's asking me to lick my pussy while I'm smoking a pipe of really good indica. And I'm getting paid $1,500 for this. Are you kidding me? Again, like sent from the universe. I don't know what the fuck, but it was cool. It was cool. Wow. So he paid me for an hour, and after 20 minutes, he's telling me that, like, I'm so sorry, Frenchie, I need to go, because he came so fast. Like, I mean, like, I had to do, like, barely anything with him, literally. He wanted to lick my pussy more than anything. And then I just touched his dick a little bit, and then he came. So I'm like, wow. Are you kidding me? Like, you are in a beautiful setting with like king size bed and jacuzzi and all those things, and this guy just paid you a top dollar for absolutely nothing. And so I remember he's ready to go, and I told him, oh my God, I feel so used. And he said, no, you don't understand, I would stay longer, my girlfriend is in the car. Huh? Why is she in the car? Because she didn't have her ID and they ID her at the door. She didn't have her ID, so I had to go. I'm like, oh my God, she's the cutest fucking girlfriend in the world. Like, are you serious? So I eventually met her when she had her ID, back, because that very first client came back again and again and again and again and again. I remember he would bring me to Tahoe in the presidential suite where you had a comment and you just push like fire, wind, this. Like, I never seen a fucking room where you just touch a button and it moves, you know? And here I am with him and his girlfriend, and I don't know, like full moon, and we're outside together. And it was like this weird romance of like this beautiful, successful entrepreneur, gorgeous girlfriend, way too young for her own good to even be with him, and then him just changing my life, spoiling the fuck out of me. This is my first client, the first day at the ranch, okay? And we have on a weekly basis rankings of the top cat. The first week, I was the top cat. The first week, okay? The second week, they called me to the office again. Frenchie, you need to come. We need to talk with you. You remember when I got fired and we need to talk with you? I thought he's to fire me. And I remember being so nervous, like, oh, fuck. Almost like right back to the corporate world of like what I knew, like the corporate world. Like if you get called, you get fired. You don't get really rewarded if you get called to the office, really. You get fired. You're great, but no. They're calling me, oh my God, like, you remember your first client? He just made a deposit, he wants you for 2 days. So from thinking you're getting fired, you are making 40 grand. And this whole switch, oh my goodness, it's like almost like a bomb of confidence. And the more confident you are, the more successful, the more confident. And you are in a vicious circle of absolute success effortlessly. Without even knowing you had it in you, it's there. Bam. This motherfucker wants you again, and he just left a $20,000 deposit. That means that he's gonna spend at least 40 grand on you. So let me tell you a story with him. It's really cool. So he brings me in the extended limo, because when you spend a lot of money with the Bunny Ranch, they will provide at least the limo and the champagne. And he brought me, as long as you are on the Nevada side, it's legal. If you are on the California side, it is not legal. But who give a shit when you spend 40 grand and you just tell that you're gonna stay there? No, we went on the California side. Mind you, I had no idea what I was doing was wrong or right or whatever. I was following this beautiful man that was putting so much money on my account that it's only in the movie. It's only in the movies. And I'm in from this little town, and like all these things, and pow, Pretty Woman. Da, 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 And I went with it, Pretty Woman. I went with it. I told him, you are making me live a Pretty Woman story. So we are in Tahoe on the California side, and there is a casino. And he tells me where the skimpiest outfit you have. And I had this little dress that you really wear as a top. And blackjack is cool because it can be very much of an intuitive game. Okay, so here I am, he's giving me all this cash, and I'm playing good. And the guy, the little dealer, his name was Freddie. Okay, so I am fucking around with Freddie, like, oh my God, double down, all this shit. And there is this angel right next to me, beautiful girl. And so my super client is there. I am there, super angel. And she's giving me a compliment. I'm giving her a compliment. We are starting like making out with this gorgeous girl. My client that just paid me top dollar to go to Tahoe with him is now witnessing me flirting with this gorgeous thing. And I ask her the ultimate question. Do you want to go with us? Fuck yeah. Honestly, she thought we were a couple. So we went back to our beautiful room, jacuzzi, all that shit. Amazing, amazing ménage à trois. Okay, so here this guy paying me top dollar. I'm scoring him a free ménage à trois with a girl that looks like an angel. She really looked adorable. So he kept booking me. And so what's incredible is you can have the most amazing facade, but once the mask falls down, what's underneath can be so ugly. So he started asking me to lose weight. Mind you, I'm quite skinny. I was maybe like 100 pounds about. And he told me if I get down to 80, he gave me 20 grand. And so slowly but surely, he grew me into being a skeleton. And so that one time, he paid me so much money, this guy. We're talking about like, he went from like pretty woman to like weird. All right, like, so let's get to the level of like, you feeling comfortable with me. Now let's open the creepy door. And this is really one of the first time I was actually introduced to the creepy. He was into fucking you when you are dead. So he would pay me more and more money as I'm playing along with the fetish. And I never really get introduced to fetish because I'm so organic and so like, let's keep it real. So when you're asking me to just play dead while you're fucking me, it's really complicated for me to not even like moan because it feels good. But I have to like play dead. So slowly but surely, I realized he had this very strange fantasy for fucking dead people. So we drifted apart completely. But I have to say that in the very beginning, he made my life absolutely amazing until he opened the door of the weirdness, which I am not down with, you know? I wasn't down with losing 20 pounds for 20 grand. Why? It's weird. Strange. So as I progressed in the bunny ranch, I met this girl, Eva Bliss. Super cool, articulate, academic, like almost like what the fuck you doing here type of girl. And are you writing a book too? You know? And no, she was interesting. And she told me, you know, there is like a level up to that. I'm like, what? She said, escorting. Wait, like, not to show off or anything, but it was going on. Escorting. So here I am with this girl outside of the bunny ranch, smoking a joint, and she's telling me about escorting. And isn't it dangerous? She's like, Frenchy, you are like this, like so like posh and stuff. Frenchy, you are so ignorant. Okay, so where do you even start? She's like, you want to come to San Diego? I'll show you. Sure. So, from the Bay Area, I went to San Diego to see Miss Eva Bliss. She comes to pick me up in like a badass car, man. I looked at her, I was so fascinated. Like, are you kidding me? Blue eyes. She made it on TV. She's all over the place, and brunette and everything. And she introduced me to that small little teeny local site, SDASP, San Diego Adult Service Provider. Okay. Oh my God. I don't even remember how overwhelmed I felt by the bomb of demand it was on my phone. Like even her, she was like in disbelief, I believe. And so she quickly took over my account. And I'm smart though. So I went to that account and I would read the dynamic of what she was doing for my booking. And I quickly realized that she was pimping me out. She's picking me up from the ranch. So when she's asking me 20% versus 50%, it's supposed to be hallelujah, right? And then I am at her house and there is this like thuggish dude that comes with like a crystal cup and like his name, like gangster shit, like pimp, a pimp. A pimp. Mind you, in a badass, luxurious, gorgeous setting, like not gorilla pimp at all. No, like what they call like the gentleman pimp or whatever, like is the lingo that I don't even give a fuck or even knowing. And I remember looking at Eva so differently. So differently. I could not understand this beautiful blue eye, articulate, academic, graduated, A++ student, unbelievable woman, is literally leaning on a pimp. And she's telling me Frenchy, everything I'm teaching you, it touched me. I'm like, yeah, cool story, bro. But if you are teaching me without him, that means that you know without him. So why you need him? It's more complicated than you think. Cool. Cool story, sister, but I'm not going to stay in your circle if it's going to be like that. I am absolutely not giving 20% of my pussy to a bro that I don't even fucking know, that comes as like a gentleman pimp with his like Armani and shit, when you are really the one bringing the money. It did not make any fucking sense to me. 100% did not make any sense to me. Pause. At the money ranch, when I had to give 50% of to the house, it made more sense. Why? You are giving me a safe environment with a panic button, security, a bar, a platform, millionaires. Okay. Sure, it is done American style, structured. But when it's like all over the place like this, no, because then sky is the limit to my dumbness and how much you can manipulate this. So I told her to fuck herself, stay with your fucking like gentleman pimp that she eventually quickly fucking left. Trust me on that one, when she found the text that he was sending to another girl saying like, yeah, on her. Well, trust me that she fucking shaked from her toe to her head and her head to the toe when she fucking realized the text messages that he was sending to a complete stranger in order to bring her into his web. His web of what? You know how he was actually laundering the money? Carpet cleaning. You cute. You cute. I'm a renegade. If you are not as cool as what I can bring to myself, please allow me to be cool with my solitude. You're gonna have to beat my alone in order for you to be in my life. 100%. I mean, why is the point to have you in my life if you're not as cool as my solitude? Doesn't make sense. And the girl that settled down for that, I feel bad for them because all you have to do is just a little awakening. You don't need someone that brings you down. It's your Clyde to your bunny and your bunny to your Clyde or nothing. It cannot be somebody that makes money out of your pussy without even bringing anything to the plate. Baby girl, you built the table. And you are the one building the plates. He did not even bring the fork, yet alone the spoon or the glass. So why would you give everything to a guy that literally gonna manage your money? It's a lifestyle. I am so confused when I hear those lingo, because it's everything is lingo at the end of the story, and I'm not better or worse or superior or inferior than anyone, but I made the choice to be a renegade, independent, beautiful, strong, little woman, 5'2", 100 pounds, alone, absolutely alone. I had so many pimps approaching me from left to right, and I tell him, baby boy, you think I need you? You need me. Let me show you the game. There is this big old black guy one day came, yeah. And so it's funny because I do ask the call in order to pick up on the voices and the frequency. He was good, this motherfucker, because not only I could not pick up on like the thug, the cheat, like the pimp shit. No, he came at my door like pimp gorilla, like what, boom, like okay, all right, let's do this. So I remember it's two ways gonna go, like bad or real bad or good or real good. So he smelled my weed, he went around, yeah. I'm like, can you please sit down? And I had my joint, my spliff, and I passed it on to him. And so in order to maybe communicate with someone, you have to maybe go into the maybe like street or book smart, she's smart, street smart. All right, let's go street smart. No problem. So I told him, Big Daddy, I am 38 years old. I remember the body language. Okay, she's definitely older than me. I'm older than most of my clients. And I tell him, okay, so you come, not only you wasting my time, I get ready for you, I blocked the hour. His voice was deep voice, like almost like an older white dude, like kind of like, I don't know, I could not pick up on the thuggish street, nothing. That's why I got like double scared, like shit, he got this game really good. Like, wow, because like, you know, of like, the lack of girls, I'm looking for all the girls. I'm like, okay, baby boy. First of all, I don't need you. Yet, you need me. Here, I'm going to text you a link to this platform, this platform, this platform. Oh my goodness, you're gonna find so many girls that's gonna need you. Me? The only motherfucker I give my money to was Dennis Huff, and Dennis Huff only. Why? Because he had a way to bring the fucking millionaires to the fucking bunny ranch. Thank you. And he gave me a big papa hug. And he even texted me, thank you. And I sent him the link, just like I told him. Find the girls that need you. There is niche and there is categories, okay? I am a professor at this point. I can teach you. You're not gonna teach me. What? You're gonna teach me. You know, life taught me so much things. It's not the years that you have into your life, it's how many lives you have into your years, really, you know? And I have many, oh my God. I was touched by the best, with the best. Air Force Amy, crazy motherfucker Air Force Amy. Jazzy Jazz, little like 20-year-old, like that just got it together. She was so articulate. Kemi Parker. Amazing fucking names. I was around them. You know, young. So I kind of know my shit at this point, you know? And they taught me, you need to make a brand name. So construct your brand name. And over the years, I construct my brand name. But back to San Diego with Eva Bliss. Yeah, when I partied aside with her, I stayed in San Diego. I realized it was a huge market for little spinner, little girls. European, escorting. And then there is different niche and level. And then suddenly, like, again, life and universe roll lemons. And you make lemon drop with sugar rims. And you get buzzed out of life. And my remedy was not to use drugs. 100%. You know? Drugs, at the end of your life, 70, 75, hey, shoot heroin, fucking go into La La Land if you need to. it's over for you anyway. But 20, 25, 30, 19, 18, 16, why? It's so early. You fuck shit up so much with using this shit that is so insignificant right now. It will fuck you up no matter what. You already saw the vision of him and him and him. How are you going to think for a second that you are going to be the one that shoots heroin is going to be successful? Ray Charles? Are you Ray Charles? There is one Ray Charles. It's not everybody who can be a functional addict, you know, and it's not drug at all that is going to make your life easier. It's going to make your life fucking hell. So the secret of success is when life throw lemons at you. Make a lemon drop. Don't make a fucking fix. Not yet. 65, 70 years old. Oh my God, go to La La Land. I will go to La La Land, trust me, 100%. I am going to be the most fucked up grandma that you ever seen because I have nothing to lose yet. But when you're 20, you have so much to live, so much to know. It's too early. It's not the time. Everything is balanced. And at your early ages and the beginning of your life, it is not the time to intoxicate yourself with toxic shit that will bring you, no matter what, in the wrong path. No matter what. It's zero chance you're gonna be successful fucking cokehead, meth head. Do you see many of them? Ray Charles, motherfucker. Ray Charles. Are you Ray Charles? And if you aren't, don't fucking think that because you did it, you can. No. He was blind. That's why he had to fill up a void. What void you have to fill up at 20 yet? Success, ambition, that's why you need to fill up yourself with. Get high on that. But getting high on substances that you already knew was gonna fuck yourself up is such a dumb fucking move. It really is. Weed, it's already a poison. Tobacco is a poison. My little vodka, peach Red Bull is a poison. But this is how I will modulate enough to enhance my mood and sometimes maybe fill up my void. But you don't have to go so deep, so deep, so deep. It's not even necessary. Sometimes really giving a high five to a stranger can fill you up better than a fix, but you don't realize it because you didn't try it. So try it. It's cool, you know?
So what have you learned about men from doing this? You've been doing it for how long now? 12 years you've been doing this. What have you learned about men?
The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, I learned that men are such creatures. I ask sometimes my clients, you know, especially the handsome ones, open my door and I have Clark Kent, beautiful little puppy. And I ask him, what is it? Why? So I have different answers, you know. Sometimes it's like the lack of the scene, or my wife and it's a little bit complicated, or my wife is wonderful, but I like the peach and the banana and the melon. And then you slowly realize that sometimes they don't even have a problem. They just need to fulfill something that men need, which is variety, which is so complicated to understand as a woman because we just really need one we can lean on. And we're so romantic in our hopeless ways that you think is going to be eternal and one is going to be like, you know, like the Prince Charming, like the Hollywood movie and stuff. So we believe in that so much. And the guys are so detached. And it's this clash of like emotion, expectation. And you quickly realize that it's just an illusion. But when you're the mistress, it's not no more. You back to reality to where you understand the illusion of being a wife and like this hopeless romantic gorgeous princess is getting lied to by Prince Charming to go with the mistress. And I was the wife at one point of my life, and then I became the princess, the mistress, where you'd never lie to the mistress. You don't need to. You lie to the wife. To be with the mistress. You don't fight with the mistress, you fight with the wife in order to be with the mistress. So, as life throw you lemons again, what do? You do a lemon drop with a little bit of Chambord, raspberry, with sugar. And then you understand that men will need the sugar, where they even have it at home, but they don't realize it no more. So they try to get the sugar with you and her and her and her, and it's fucked up fucking relationship that they built with their wife. But again, I'd rather be on the mistress side than the wife side, because I was at one point of my life and it wasn't fun.
Do you believe in love?
Yes, I think I believe in love, and I think there is so many levels into relationships, like soulmates, compatibility, sugar baby, sugar daddy, let's be alone together, let's be fucked up together. Like, if there is so many and everybody really wants to find their soulmates, but you only know it's your soulmate after 15, 20 years, where you went through the good, the hard, the good, like the punches of life, and you're still so strong together that he actually got you stronger. Or that hate, like you know, those couples, they want to make you vomit because they're so cute, you know? They're so cute. Like, how are you so cute? And they feed off of that. They feed off of your vomit. And this is soulmates. And a lot of people want to be that, but only a few are going to be it. It's a lot of compatibility. And compatibility, we go down to shit 5, 7 years each, 9 years, 10 years, the kids. And then I call an escort, $5, $6, $7, $900 an hour. And I will lie to you, my special wife, to be with a perfect stranger, knock, knock, knock on the door, and you open in your lingerie. And it's beautiful. And he has nothing wrong at home. He has a wonderful wife, but he wants the peach because he had the apple for too long.
A lot of your clients are married, I take it?
All of them.
All of them.
Most of them. Lately, it's a lot of the young, very young, because there is no scene.
A lot of the what?
Very young.
Oh, like, very young.
Young, because the scene, the club and the strip club and party, festival, lots of things are closed. So a lot of people that used to put their selection to the test, and sometimes have effortlessly bitches throwing themselves at them. It stopped. And so it's cute to actually see, like, oh, maybe an escort is going to, give me her intention. And a lot of them, they pay one time and they try to do the off-the-clock thing, which is kind of like endearing, like, oh, are you as cool as my job? Or cooler than the job that I'm going to quit for you? No. I'm not going to quit my job for any guy. No, actually, I think that is the guy that would not ask me to quit the job that I will quit the job for. Yeah, for sure. I have millionaires, throwing themselves at me at this point. I asked them one in particular, why? You're close to Einstein genius type of... I love nerds. I don't know, something about nerds, but he's super nerd. And he's like, you are my 1%. It's cute. I am his 1%, me as an escort, and he thrives so much of my energy, who I am, how I do things. And it's endearing, but I told him, what fucks us up is that you are a millionaire. And from the start, it's fucked. I am not going to move into your castle. I want to put my brick, put your brick, and then we construct our empire. If I would be next to you as you broke, and then you become a millionaire, I am next to you, so it doesn't mean that I was interested. But now, like, the chance of me slightly being interested always will cross your mind, and I don't want to always walk on eggshell to make you feel like you're not just a wallet. It does give me orgasm every single time we have sex. It's wonderful. It's next level with him. And so I had to ask myself, okay, if you remove the castle, the infinity pool, the fortune, but it's not that makes my pussy wet on my orgasms. You know? It is not. So I had to realize, yeah, I am in love with him and I have beautiful sex with him, but because he's a millionaire, he's fucking shit up. I can't. And a lot of girls will tell me, are you crazy? Yeah. I am not interested. No. So I tell him, you know, because he helps me a lot with my Bitcoin and everything. So he tells me like, oh, you see, we're gonna be millionaire together. We like, he's so next level. Like how you reach that, you know? We so fucked from the start. You know what I mean? So I tell him like, maybe let's just go broke together, you know? And go to Costa Rica and be in a hut. He's like, yes. Then he's telling me how we're going to construct a hut with an elevator and everything. He's so smart. It's so cool. So I don't know. It's almost like I need to flip a coin with him. I don't know. Like I'm in love, but I'm scared. You know? I don't want to be with a rich guy that always going to fucking think like maybe she's with me for my money, which I'm not.
Are you making money?
A lot.
Yeah.
And he knows.
You must be saving money, right?
Yeah. I was a banker. Yeah. Money is at this point secondary. It's part of the equation, obviously. Who does everything for free?
And you're happy too? You're happy?
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah, I'm happy. You know those little like grandma that can like look back and high five themselves on their like deathbed, you know? Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. No regrets. Life is so absurd that do what the fuck you want to do, but don't hurt no one in the process, not even yourself. Your choices will sculpt your destiny. It's a game of choices. You can be an amazing student, but it's the school of life. And it will, like a dodgeball, like, you know, you need to dodge. Dangers, temptation, drugs will be your enemy. Men will be your enemy. Men will be your enemy. And your best friend as well. You need to know who's who. Use your intuition. As women, we have the feminine intuition. I mean, it's clearly undeniable. It's there. If you have a voice within tell you it's wrong, it is wrong. If it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Most likely. Listen to the little voice within. It's important to have it and to understand it's there. It's there for a reason. You know. I mean, we're gifted with that. So I'm happy. I'm a happy person in a fucked up world. So one step at a time, I can change it, but can I change the whole thing? I wish, but I am not that strong. I had big shoes to fill, and I'm just fucking 35. 5.5 in America.
Do you see yourself settling down and having kids one day?
No.
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 Not your thing?
No, kids is another story. It's like, I'd rather have a cat or a dog at this point. It's not against the kids, but it's the generation of tech, digital, swiping left, virtual reality. Do I want to have a kid just like with a mask on his face? And no. I think I pass.
What would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
But again, I think the universe manifests in mysterious ways, you know? And if there is like a train that goes in a certain direction and the destination says paradise, don't fucking miss the train. Like, are you fucking serious? Because it might be that one chance you can jump on it. So choices will sculpt your destiny 100%, you know? One choice is like the butterfly effect. This. Like, oh my God. The movie Run Lola Run. What the movie Run Lola Run. 1 second can change the whole course of your life. And a cigarette changed the course of my life. Working at a bank changed the whole course of my life. Working at the Bunny Ranch changed the course of my life. Like a beautiful entrepreneur / I want to fuck a skeleton changed the course of my life. It's so absurd. So again, like lemons are opportunity. Catch them, jiggle, and make a lemon drop. I love lemon drops.
Frenchie, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Mark, I'm so happy you were so patient with me like that.
It's like a movie.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Oui.
Oh my God, that was so fun.